Hi, I'm Tryg, chef and co-founder of Feel Good Foods. One of the things my wife missed most when she went on a gluten-free diet was great tasting gluten-free pancakes. So today, we're going to show you how to make them at home. In order to make a great tasting gluten-free pancake, you need a great gluten-free flour mix. So we came up with our own. What you're going to need is 20 ounces of rice flour, 3 ounces of potato starch, 3 ounces of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and 1 teaspoon of salt. We're just going to mix all those ingredients together and we'll have our flour mixture. You're just going to start with 20 ounces of rice flour, the most important ingredient obviously. Then you're going to use 3 ounces of potato starch, 3 ounces of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Finally, my favorite ingredient, salt, 1 teaspoon. Now this flour mixture is great. It can be used for anything. It can be used for not only pancakes, but waffles, biscuits, about anything that calls for regular flour, you can use this gluten-free flour mix for. And the great thing about it is you can also store it in an airtight container indefinitely and use it as you need it. So now that we have our flour mix together, we're going to start on the pancake batter. The first thing you're going to need is 1 cup of this flour. So we're going to set aside that cup right now. We're going to take the remaining flour. You always want to make sure it's nice and even. We'll take the remaining flour and we'll put it in an airtight container and save it for another day. Now that we got the flour in the bowl, we're going to add our next ingredient, 2 farm fresh eggs. What makes these pancakes a lot better than your regular pancakes is the fact that we separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. So we'll put the egg whites in this bowl, and once we do that, we'll take the yolk and put it in with the flour mixture. Be sure to get as much white in the bowl as you can, because that's going to help make the pancakes extra fluffy. Just a couple passes there, we'll get all of that yolk separated. Throw that in there. Now next, you're going to need some milk. So we're going to use 1 cup of milk. You can use whole milk, you can use low-fat milk, it doesn't really matter. Today we're using low-fat milk. Not because I'm trying to watch my calories, but because that's what we had. Add that 1 cup in there. Next, we're going to add 2 optional ingredients, cinnamon and vanilla extract. If you're going to use cinnamon, which like I said is optional, you're going to want to use about half a teaspoon. And if you're going to use vanilla extract, you're going to want to use 1 full teaspoon. Now that we have those ingredients mixed in, we can take our mixer, mix it up, make sure it's evenly incorporated. We're going to make sure we mix this batter up really well. And then after this, we're going to whip the egg whites until they're firm peaks. So we're just going to whisk away on this. You'll see that they're starting to get a little frothy, get a little foamy. That's definitely what we want. And like I said before, this is really what makes the gluten-free pancakes better than a conventional pancake, is because we're using rice flour, which is a lot lighter than wheat flour, and we're whipping these egg whites. Once we fold these egg whites in, it's going to be the lightest batter you've ever had. Once you get them whipped, you'll know they're firm when you can take the bowl and turn it upside down and they don't fall out. Look at that. That is firm peaks. You'll see it standing up on its own. You know they're ready now. So we're going to take the whites, we're going to mix them in with the batter that we already made. You'll see they're going to come out just in like a big clump. That's a good sign. That means you got it correct. Now, we're just going to start taking from the bottom and kind of folding over the egg whites. We don't want to over-incorporate it because the more we whip it, then the egg whites are actually going to deflate and it's going to defeat the whole entire purpose. So, we'll do this a couple times. It's going to look kind of funny. Don't worry. That's okay. It's just making sure that we got it nice and airy. And look, there we go. Look how light that batter is. Now we're ready to make some pancakes. we're ready to start putting the pancakes on the griddle. Now when you're making pancakes at home, you can put anything in them. Blueberries, bananas, chocolate chips, blackberries, bacon, anything. What we're going to start with, some butter on the griddle. We're going to use about a tablespoon. You can use more, you can use less. Maybe you want to use some sort of butter substitute. Feel free if you'd like. We're going to spread that butter all over there. Yummy. Once we get that spread all the way on there, we're going to take our half-cup measuring device and we're going to start putting on the pancakes. About, pretty much you want to fill it all the way. Once you put them on there, they're going to be about that big, you know, what is that, about 6 inches. And this recipe will normally make 9 pancakes, which is enough for, 2 or 3 people. Really depends on how hungry you are. And you'll notice when you look at the pancakes, they're all really, really fluffy. And that's something that's really important, and that's the egg whites. That's why they're standing up really fluffy already, even though they've just barely started cooking. So we'll add some bananas over here. Yummy, yummy. Bananas, banana man. We'll add some blueberries on the other side. If blueberries aren't in season where you live, that's okay. You can buy frozen blueberries. They work just as well. They actually harvest blueberries at the peak season and then freeze them. So you're actually getting a high quality product even though it's frozen. And we'll leave 2 down here plain in case anyone is not feeling frisky with blueberries and bananas today. And push them down a little bit, And once again, like I said, you'll notice, look how fluffy they are. We're going to let them sit here for about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, until they're nice and brown. Then we're going to flip them over, do the same thing about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes right now, so we'll just go ahead and we'll take a look. We'll take a little peek under there. Oh my goodness. Wow. These things look like they are ready to flip over. Look at that. Nice and fluffy. Oh man, those are absolutely beautiful. Now, one of the great things about this recipe is that they taste so much like regular pancakes that you could feed them to anybody and there's no way that they would know. I challenge them. So like we said, flipped them over. We're going to wait another 2 or 3 minutes and we'll have some pancakes. Ready? So we'll stack them. I think we're going to alternate because I'm feeling a little crazy here. I want to do blueberry and banana. I know. Insanity. I like to eat 4 because I'm a big guy. So all you need now is to pair them with a little maple syrup and enjoy. Mmm. Mmm. Those are absolutely delicious. Once again, great tasting gluten-free pancakes are within sight.